Everybody's Patrick of the Pitch Deck. We're here with round 3 of the RTN for Mad Comics and Cards. We are against Mark Morrison, the limited calling winner, and he is on Jemai. We are at the top table at table number 1. So because the GoPro was not great in the angles, we have to do it again at tabletop, but it's actually not that quick. That's too long of a game. It's pretty quick. So let's walk through it. He goes first. He wins the die roll and actually goes first. So we go ahead and draw up our 4 cards. He starts off with popping the gold, pitching these 2 cards. I don't know if the bottom was Azvalai, but top one is definitely a white border CNC. So he goes ahead and plays a Yenderai, pitching a Billowing Mirage. And then he swings 3, so we take 3, passes back with 1 card in hand. So we go off the top here because we want to push damage, but we get an Epoch. Then passes back again for end of turn. We can't really do anything with the blue. We can, but then if there's something off the top that we can't shoot, it's going to be pretty bad. Like a 2 cost, we'd have to sacrifice this wildfire. So we just push back to him and he just arsenals that card. And then he draws up 3 cards because I think it's some weird thing like that. So for our turn, we go ahead and we draw 1 card. So when we draw up, we draw a lesson. We kind of got punished not being able to send the lesson, but that's fine. We took the chance because this is just a really powerful card to be able to fix our top deck. We push the lesson instead of the blue so we can go something, be able to KO a 0 cost off the blue. So with that, we deal 4 damage. He doesn't want to pop Quill just yet because he doesn't have any AB. So we're going to say 4. Takes 4. And we see this. We see Dart and 2 blues along with a yellow Spindle. So if a Thamai were to come down, we're just going to have to take the L on not finding another Dart for a hot minute, probably, because I bring 2 in the matchup. So we go with a Banish off to get 3 more damage in. Takes it to 33. And then we pass our turn. Arsenal this Wildfire. Put that in there. And we draw up 1 more card. But we go into his turn. So he starts off pitching, I think it was some random card. I think it was like a Billowing or something like that for Invoke. So the Invoke Morale Guide comes in, pitching that card. And he would have only 2 cards in his hand. So he goes in with a Yenderai. Of course, let's put that there. So we take 3 from Yenderai, and then 2 from Maragai, and then sends a Snatch with 1 card in his hand. So we think on this for a second to see if we want to let the draw to happen. The only thing that we can think of is that it would be a pitch to Flame Cell, Flame Scale Furnace, and if the Oasis is an Arsenal because he got lucky, then he can go AB1 or Quell 1 with Oasis or Spy, which would really, really suck. But we go anyways. For the combo, we go with Kano on the stack. Copy this. Go ahead and put this over here to this out of the way. So we do 2 Kano activations. Because we want to do it in this way, where we go Kano, then Storm Striders. 2 floating Maragamuffins hat, which we then draw a blue. We get lucky. And then put this down here. Ragamuffin's hat will resolve by doing that. But this Kano has not been thrown out yet, so this will resolve. We go with max resources. I had Spellfire Cloak, but right now I'm going to be testing out Threadbare. But so with that, we will go with Crucible down to 2. Or down to 1, sorry. Through pitching this blue with the 2 floating Metacarpus Node trigger on the stack. Might as well pop Threadbare while we're at it, while this is triggered. We know we have max resources that we can do, plus a with the energy potion. So we do pay into it. We go down to two resources. So this is coming in for 6. Big old 6. Actually, that's too big of a die, so let's do that instead. Coming in for 6. He says he misplays. He has to pitch to furnace. He has 2 floating now. So he uses 1 on the quill here. I keep saying quill, but it's quill. So he takes 5, takes it down to 28, I think. He's at 32. I'm not exactly sure what 32 did, but I remember it being 32. Anyways, so he takes 5, and that happens. Will resolve. Flipping over this. Right there. So we come in with this, and it will be 5, 6, 7, because this is 3, 6, 7, 8. So this is going to be coming in for 8, 6 plus 2. But the thing is, he quells 1 more time. So we'll say 1 more time. So it's down to 7 now, all the way down to 21 for that one. And we get to see 7 cards off the top. We don't have anything floating but a Kano activation here. So this is the kind of combination that we see. It's not that great for getting the kill. However, we can do some serious damage to help out. We don't see blazing, which would have been the kill with, which is really nice, which is blue flare with it into blazing. So what we do is we end up getting these 2 blues here lined up, and then these 2 for our turn later on. So we'll just put these down to the bottom. I did consider the Singe to be replaced with something else, because I do have a blue and it's probably a reset turn, but typically you don't get reset turns from Jermai. So we do it right here in this particular order. So put all these back just like that. So we pop the potion here, getting 2 resources. Go ahead and copy that. So we let the Kano banish. Nope, don't want that. There we go. And we go down to 1. We draw 2 cards. We go ahead and do this. This comes in for 6. Just to take it, it's down to 15. Then we get the last one coming in for 5 plus 6, which is 11. And then this is coming in for 12. It's to take it all the way down to 3. So yeah, I was right. 33 was the beginning total. So he takes it all the way down to 3. All right, so now he has nothing floating. So he does draw a card. I think that's the card. So it hits. He pops snappies. He doesn't have Mage Master, it's just snappies. So he gives it go again. I don't know what that was for, but he does have snappies, so he gets to go again. He pops Silken Form as an instant to gain an Ashwing. Let's see if there's an Ashwing around here somewhere. Probably not. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Sweet. On the other side, so he hits me for 1. We take 4, so we got it down to 18. I go down to 1 here, and then he hits me for 4. I'm down to 13. All right, so we go to my turn. We can't do anything, so we draw 4, and then we pass back. These are the 2 that we kept in our hand, along with Scolding plus Tome. So what he goes with is... I think he goes with the Scar for Scar because he does have actual relevant text that can go again because he's got lower life. Take it down to 9. And then he plays Blaze Headlong for 4, so we take that down to 5. He does go with a Yindarai, and he has like basically this. So if he's starting with a dragon here, I think on this, so that way if I can't seem to kill him, then maybe we can try to defend our way out and just play this as our kind of reset pot here. So with that 3 to 5, it doesn't really block here. So we're going to see what's off the top. So we go with a bolt. However, we need to pump this because he's got AB2, or sorry, AB1 now, just from this 1 Ashwing. So with the 1 Ashwing, if we just send this for 3, he can AB 1 of it and just pitch something and then go about his day. and still kind of just threaten lethal type of thing. So we have to crew this and send it in for 4. For this, he pitches, I think he pitches the E strike. Yeah, so he pitches an E strike and he sends this in that he drew off of the snatch. So he drew this off the snatch. Before this life gain happens, I have to think about this for a second here. Maybe I should have considered letting this Yindarai hit and then Miragai go, because then I'd be at 2 and then I don't have to think about this here. So Miragai would be swinging in. The Yindarai should have hit me down to 2 if I kept that, but I think it didn't matter anyways, because if I let this go up to 4, I would have to have a 2 cost off the top, and then he can still maybe 1 it. So that's why I'm thinking, I have to think about this for a long time, because then I can go, okay, he goes up to 4, we'll try again, because if this is 0 for 4 costs, that will suck, because we can block 3, block 3 on this Yindarai, because the Yindarai is still attacking. Block 2 with the tome, take this to 4 right here, and then 0 for 4 is pretty prevalent type of thing. This isn't the card that he has in his hand. It was some 0 for 3 card. I cannot remember, but it wasn't standing order. So I would have gone to 1, but I didn't know that. So I have to bank on this being a 0 for 4 cost, or maybe it's another dragon he just can't pitch into. So we have to do all the calculations of either surviving through blocks and counting that it's not a 0 for 4 for exact lethal, or we have to go with a Kano off the top to see if there's a 1 cost, which he can still pay into 2. So I don't know exactly if I'm supposed to take this, let him go to 3, and then maybe block here, and then see if he pushes lethal. So that's probably what I should have done, is take this Yindarai, block the Miragai, block this here, but then he'd still come in with whatever his card is here and still die that way. So what we end up doing is Kano, and then we see a Wildfire on top. And we don't have enough to pay for it. Otherwise, we would have the resources to do it, and that's pretty much how we die. From a really good combo turn to play off of his misplay. If he actually didn't misplay, which he said he should have started with Snatch first, then Snappies, then Miragai, because he knew he had the Oasis in hand. He drew it up after his very first turn. So that's pretty much how we die. We get extremely unlucky. We did see a lesson off the top afterwards. So that Singe that I was debating on for a while, it's the bottom, kind of did come to bite me in the ass, but that's just one of those bad beat things where we kind of got unlucky that the top deck was that way, and he actually had 2 Oasis at the very, very beginning. Even though he didn't play the first one, he did find the second one. So that's pretty much it for this Dramai match. We will go into round 4 where the camera angles are better.